Shuckalugga kapow. How's it going, old schoolers? You're kicking it old school with Russell J.S., and I am your host, Russell J.S. It is Saturday, July 5th, 2025, almost 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm out here at Fort Myers, Florida at the Flea Masters Flea Market, about ready to do some browsing. You know, who knows, might find some, this is a cool place to find old school relics, you know? Well, we're going to go ahead and see what I can find. So without further ado, let's check this bad Oscar out, shall we? Coming up to the entryway right now, I see a lot of old tin signs here. This would have been great when I had Mustang Sally. There's Marilyn Monroe. Forever Gorgeous. If only I had a man cave. You know, that would definitely be perfect. James Dean, Johnny Cash. Oh, there's Popeye. No. Babes of Bourbon. That will be a goal of mine, a bucket list item to drive Route 66. All right, DVDs and metal signs. Let's see what I can find in here. A lot of cool stuff. I wonder how much these things go for. Might get that from my Aunt Kathy. There's an AC/DC metal sign. Elvis, ABBA, Led Zeppelin. Well, there were no DVDs. That's something that's right up my alley, but I'm gonna probably go back because I saw some potential Christmas presents for some relatives and maybe my father. But let's see what else is around. Got some Beatles action figures, some Kiss record albums, Kiss action figures. Godfather soundtrack album on vinyl. First order. Some vintage toy cars here. I used to love these pullback cars when I was a kid. You'd pull them back all the way and then let them go. It was just a cool thing to watch. And look, you got a Batman the Animated Series Batmobile. I think I had that 57 Chevy. Well, Hot Wheels car for $10. A lot of Hess trucks. Fast and Furious themed cars. Exxon. It's awfully very quiet here at the flea market right now. It's not going to really be quiet for long because, you got a lot of things, you're going to have a lot of people coming and, going to come in droves. Pretty soon this place is going to get packed. So it's always good to leave for the flea market as early as humanly possible. It'd be like the Griswolds at Wally World, first one's here but we're so far away, Clark. Right. And at the end of the day, when the lot is full, people are fighting to get out, we'll be the first ones out too, because we're the Griswolds. Little National Lampoon's Vacation humor there. Ooh, vintage toy truck alert. Wow. 1950s, $225. There's Tony the Tiger. Wow, 200. My dad would kill for that one. I bet my dad had the same exact toy truck when he was a boy. Let's see. Books. Books. I always like to go through here. I found a lot of good car books in this section for dirt cheap that would normally cost brand new, like $50 a pop. But let's see, what can I find? Oh, I don't know. I don't see anything that's up my alley as far as movies go. In a world of streaming and downloading, yes, I still buy DVD movies and CDs. I prefer it that way. It's just, it looks good on a bookshelf. And it's a representation of why you work, why you go to a job, because you earn money and you could pay your bills and also splurge on yourself every now and again. But let's see, tacos, tacos, tacos. Looks like they're getting ready to probably put some rides, like amusement park rides in here. Look, there's those, remember those cars where even in the back they had steering wheels all over? And you could see the lights for them, and I can almost smell cotton candy. Let's take a look here. Ooh, let's see what we got. Hmm. Morning. Ooh, Chuck Norris. Ho, 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 ho. I better not get started on Chuck Norris. And I see they've got Ghostbusters here, and they got Back to the Future Part 2. I already got those collections. What else do they have here? Well, let's see, box sets. Trying to see here what they got. Oh, sorry, sir. Guy's getting his booth ready. And well, I'll come back later on. They also got a place over here, as you could see, where you get your windows tinted on your car. And they do a real good job and a good reasonable price. I had Sally's windows tinted over there back in the day when I drove Mustang Sally. Now we're making our way to the other parts of the flea market. Let's see. Sunglasses, sunglasses, everywhere you go. Perfume, all kinds of boots. I'm looking for that one place where I once bought a, what do you call it? A stun gun. I want to browse around there too. All right, we moved our way up to another section of the flea market. And I'm going past some places here. What we got? I like that. Scarface. Ooh, look at this. Autographed. I'm doing, man. Just checking, just browsing around. So cool. I just found out that some of those prints are all canvas and the guy's selling them at 20 cents, $20 a piece. So looks like I'm going to be back around. Let's see. And we're walking past ladies' apparel. Let's get out of here quickly. We're not interested in ladies' apparel. Maybe if you are a lady watching, then yeah, you would be. Alligator Alcatraz. Gotta love all this stuff. They're getting into the whole political thing. You gotta love it, you know. I'm very neutral when it comes to my politics, and that's for anything. I vote who I vote for. I like what I like. I always like to say, if anybody has a problem with it, you don't have to deal with me, you know? But it is what it is in life. Loving this. Elvis and tie-dye next to Hendrix, next to Willie Nelson. But yeah, I love to come to this place. You know, you never know what you're gonna find.
Good morning.
Good morning. You never know what you're gonna find when you come to the flea market or an antique mall. You know, odds are you'll browse around, won't spend no money, or you will spend money. But you know, it'll be some really cool thing and unique things too. You know, you'll find record albums, CDs, cassettes, DVDs, Blu-rays, even VHSs in these places. Vintage toys. You know, the sky's the limit. But yeah, we're making our way around, doing rounds. They even got booths for showers, mirrors, and flooring, granite, quartz, marble, fishing supplies. Ooh, look over there. But yeah, you never know what you're going to find in these places. But love the tapestries right there. Right now, it's everybody is trying to get here, all the vendors. You know, all the vendors are trying to make their way here. You could see some places are closed right now, but it's early. It is early. The vendors will be here soon. And like I said, the place will be packed. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh yeah, some vintage stuff. I can imagine how many of you used to have one of those in your bedroom, one of those old school style boom boxes. Remember those? I used to put mine up on the bathroom vanity when I took a shower and played cassettes while I took a shower. All right. All right, that's going to do it for this video. I'm going to go ahead and do some browsing, possibly buy some things. And, who knows, maybe I'll do a haul later on today if I can. And remember, if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit a like, subscribe, put comments down in the box below, ring the bell for notifications, and also keep listening to old school music. Keep watching old school TV shows, playing old school video games, watch old school movies. Keep it real, keep it chill, keep it fresh. And Godspeed. May the force be with you always. And shuckalaka kapow.